I was thinking we could take a look at the definition also of ethnic plastic surgery, according to Wikipedia.
Oh,
Ethnic plastic surgery, or ethnic modification, is plastic surgery intended to change an individual's appearance to look more or less like a particular race or ethnicity. Popular plastic surgery procedures, which may have ethnically motivated components, include rhinoplasty, nose surgery, and blepharoplasty, eyelid surgery. And then they also go on to saying the Michael Jackson factor. And I get him. Michael Jackson is separate, as we discussed, because he really went far. It also mentions something about Jewish women who seek WASP noses and Playboy breasts. That is something that I really do not understand. Okay, so how are Playboy breasts innate to European women? Can someone like Playboy breast? I don't get that.
Playboy breasts are not natural on anybody.
They're not.
Right? But I guess the kind of underlying logic there is that they somehow belong on white women's bodies. Like no one knows that no one thinks any breasts really look like that.
Right.
Maybe for like 30 seconds when you're 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. But any breast that big is only going to be that high for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that the idea of the big, high breast that somehow as a culture we accept is fine on white women.
Right.
But when anyone else wants to have it, they're trying to look white.
Yeah, they're self-hater.
So just
the definition of ethnic plastic.
As soon as you think about it logically, it makes no sense.
No.
And I do think it's, I think at its heart, calling something ethnic cosmetic surgery really invalidates the individuality behind every single procedure.
Yes.
It really invalidates the will and the intelligence and the self-knowledge of individuals who choose to have it.
Mm-hmm.
That will and that self-knowledge is lauded and thought to be a great thing when it's a white person doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But once it's a non-white person doing it, it's not respected. It's like, no, we're not going to listen to why you say you want this thing done. We know why. You want to look like us.
Yep.
Right? So it makes no logical sense. I would say there's no such thing as ethnic cosmetic surgery.
I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I really would.
I think it's an offensive term.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally. I mean, I understand like wanting to go to a surgeon who's familiar with certain ancestries and how our facial features, our skin textures, our hair texture, everything is different. But I agree with you. I have a big problem with even just the meaning of ethnic plastic surgery. I think, and I hate hearing I hate hearing it in my field, people posting about, ethnic rhinoplasty. Ethnic plastic surgery definition spoke about WASP noses.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a certain nose that a lot of people want.
For white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant.
Yeah, as opposed to, I guess, maybe Middle Eastern or Jewish. You hear this term, the Jewish nose. People of European descent tend to have noses that are very projected outward this way. So then when they get a nose job, when almost anybody gets a nose job, they're going for a smaller nose. This is not something that's just only Asian or African people. They're going for a smaller nose. Whether you're going for a smaller nose this way, right, and you get your nose narrowed, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of celebrities have done. Or you get your nose less projected this way. It's still a smaller nose, A lot of people of Asian and African descent have flatter noses, so maybe they build the bridge up. It just all makes sense to me. Everybody wants to look better. We can do better, Yeah,
absolutely. It's absurd. It does an injustice to individuals.
Yeah.
And also an injustice to the profession of cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
To talk about ethnic cosmetic surgery, it just... what's the point? Surely we're beyond that as a culture now.
You'd think.